Hey, it's showtime. Showtime indeed. Castlevania. Symphony of the Night. God, I love that. I love doing that stupid fucking cheesy voice for such a simple title. Doesn't really scare anybody. I just want to, yep, volumes are nice and low. They don't have to be that low right now because I'm talking nice and loud here in my quarantine. And it is also Bach's birthday today. What is it? His 335th birthday? I can't remember exactly what fucking three-digit number Bach's birthday is today. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Anyways, it's interesting music, but it was purposefully made with just a certain register of young predominantly young voices. Yeah, you can get some castratos in there. Anyways, I'm not gonna fucking. I'm playing a video game. The fuck, man. I'm playing a video game. I'm gonna sit here and let's just keep playing. No, I feel like playing Dono Vici today. Oh no, there's nothing left to do with Dono Vici except complete the fucking castle. Yeah, but he looks cool. He looks good. Here we go, Dono Vici. Hey. Vidi, Dono, Vici. I came, I'm Dono. I conquered. Alright. Oh, what do we got? Oh, don't get up out of my way over there. I left the camera on because I recently I recently changed my haircut, and literally nobody on the planet gives a fuck. But I'm gonna tell you, nobody on the planet gives a fuck minus one, and that one is me. I give a fuck that I cut my hair. I love this shit. I feel like an octopus when I got fucking dual wielding. I don't even remember what they're called all of a sudden. Dual wielding the chakrams. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've got some other better weapons ready to go, but I'm not about to use them. This is the part of our tour where normally Dracula would sit. Yeah, it's kind of 1%y. I mean, yeah, I mean, this shit's kind of falling apart if you touch it. Oh fuck. There goes $500,000 off my bonus. But if you'll come over here, this beautiful, look at that, royal purple. I'm pretty sure they got that from the nipples of endangered bats. And then we go over here. Wait, come back. Come on. We're going, okay, jump, yeah, climb up. Come on. Climb up. I'll help you. Okay, climb on up. And then I just want you to stand here and say, there's no fucking place like home. Not a fucking place anywhere in this earth, God's purple earth, like home. Okay, with cyan blue skies above. Just stand on the slab of stone in the shaft of light and press up. Thank you. See, and that's how you. That's a positive sum game. These are positive sum games for free agents operating in their own best interests under a free market, and that's yeah, I mean, this is capitalism. I mean, what the fuck? This place is not up to code. Get me the fuck out of this castle. Jesus. All the saints and things that... Oh, his name is Yorick. I eliminated his skull. Whoa, boy. Woo. How much does he damage? 3. 3 damage. Here's an intro. I might as well show Yorick off. I love this guy because if I remember correctly, there's something about Yorick's skull here that, let's get him framed in that moon. Right here. I'm on the moon and Yorick is in the crest of the moon. And the heavens are skating all around. Dude, the people in the villages outside, no, fuck that. Let's get back to normal. Ah, I never saw that. Wait a minute, what? Oh, that was just me kicking the skull around. Okay. It didn't follow me, I kicked it. Yeah, they did make it a manipulable object. It interacts with the fucking hitbox. I want to talk... Fucking grandma's attic bullshit. I want to talk about the workers of the world not uniting. Because look, Dracula has... You think Dracula has his castle? Dracula has... 200% castle, okay? Dracula... You think Dracula has one castle, he has 2. And we're learning that about all of our American senators and other pieces of shit lately. What we're learning is that everything that they say is specifically tailor-made to help them continue to increase their own profits. You know, sometimes using symbolism that fucks the rest of us over. And they don't care. They don't care what they're doing. They don't care what they're doing to us. They don't care what they're making all that much in the end run. Man, where's my map? Hold on. All they care is that they keep that second fucking mansion that you don't know about. That's all they care about. You don't get one mansion, let alone 2. And so what kind of a handout do you get? You know, what kind of a leg up? What kind of an open door? You get, it's worse than playing scruples with a motherfucker. What you get is just bullshit. You get locked up in Dracula's 1% castle working the fucking scullery. Is what you get. That's what you get. I mean, it doesn't matter how hard you try. It doesn't matter how intelligent you fucking are. You don't get a whole fucking hell of a lot, man. You can work harder than everybody. And you know what? In a lot of the work situations people are in these days, especially skilled tradespersons like myself, what you end up getting is that show off piece of shit. What you end up getting is told by your coworkers to not work so hard because you're making them look bad and you're compressing the hours. You're making the job get done too fast. Shit like that. You know, what they were hoping to do is chip away at the job little by little, and they didn't expect you to come in and fucking, you know, dominate the job and say, I actually see a better way through this because I have a fucking working brainstem. And you get fucked. You don't go up the line. You don't go up the ladder. No, you don't even get fucking higher on the dispatch board. You get fucked. Where I was headed to is over here. Oh, God. Tom. Fuck your stupid shit, Tom. Tom, I don't got time for it. You need to get back to Kung Fu. Dude, you could beat... Oh, never mind. I was going to say you could beat that motherfucker, whatever his name was. It wasn't Double Dragon. His name wasn't Billy. I can't remember what the name of the guy in the Kung Fu game. Can't remember who made it. Was that Activision? Atari? Anyways, workers of the world, you suck. You don't do shit for each other. You just fuck each other over. All of the unions are corrupt as fuck. You're a bunch of mobsters. You do stupid shit like try to fucking get people elected or unelected. You don't spend any time paying attention to the fucking worker at all. You're frauds and you're pieces of shit. So how the fuck is anybody in America supposed to be uniting under your fucking banner when your whole thing is about sucking people dry and swallowing them whole? So that you can fucking go home and buy like elvish kitsch and like fucking new Maserati off-market parts for the Maserati you're never gonna have. It's like, why don't you just fucking look out for the worker? None of it's ever about the work anymore. All the unions are corrupt. All the stupid communist bitches are stupid. You know, you got your fucking communist bitch who wears a fucking, you know, whatever, a fucking a bare midriff shirt and does a fucking Bernie Sanders joke or whatever. Nobody gives a fuck, man. You didn't help. You know, you can sit there and spout Marx all day and quasi-Marx and be like a fucking neo-Freudian with your Marx and shit. The fact of the matter, none of that shit comes out to dry. None of that shit comes out in the wash or to dry for the fucking worker. We don't get it on either side of a fucking equation. Fuck your boss. Hold on. No, that doesn't break. Might as well watch what, you know, one of these segments with the bird. Yeah, it's still an alone bird. So, the fact of the matter is, like, shit the way it is today, the communists aren't even communists. If you're an American and you're a communist, you're a bullshitter. You're sitting there claiming to do all this shit for the fucking worker. What has the worker got from you? Some fucking tirades? I'm not asking you to monetize your tirades and say, well, you know, that fucking video clip I posted that went viral, if we amass all the numbers that it reached and we say, oh, I don't know, I guess we'll also itemize their conscience. So, yeah, so conscience is monetizable as well. We'll just monetize everything and say, okay, so I did a 2% good for the collective. But you can't go that route because you can't go the monetization route because you can't go the capitalist route. So what are you doing? If you're not actually getting a person who's a worker to fucking change up their situation so that they are provably, okay, a means of productivity. And by provably, sad to say it, I mean in every legal sense, provably that worker is a unit of productivity or a means of production or whatever you want to say. Man, I hate how you can only look at this one time and then you got to leave the fucking screen. But here's the thing. If that worker, if you're not actually making that worker right at that moment, physically, somehow, you know, into the means or the ways or whatever, sucked up fucking thing that you think that they are, according to your theory, then you haven't done anything. All you've done is some egotistical bullshit. And that's just the truth of the matter. You can't get away from that truth of the matter. Anyways, everybody's got their fucking fanciful ideas about how expert they are at all their indecent, exposable shit these days. And they all want to be like, yeah, but I'm different. You know, I pulled it off different from the other person or whatever. Fact of the matter is, you didn't do any different than anybody in history if nothing's fucking different. Is there any fucking different right now than it was before you opened your fucking fat cocksucker? No, it's not. So, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to being a communist or a capitalist or this or that other fucking thing. You know, if you're trying to make some kind of fucking change, and your big idea is that, well, I'm going to change things by opening my mouth and fucking around with people. You know what I find inherently funny about that? Not even inherently. You know what I find inescapably hilarious about that is that the fucking worker, all right, is still going to get harassed by the union as a criminal fucking syndicate before the union does anything for that worker in the slightest fucking modicum, in the tiniest axiom or iota of that worker's being to improve their status on the market. Okay? As a means of production or fucking otherwise. So, I mean, you're a bullshitter. You're a fucking bullshitter if you're a communist in America. I can understand if you're a communist in El Salvador, you know, and that you find things inherent to the fucking revolution are part and parcel to your being and the things that you hold sacred. I can understand if you're a revolutionary communist in Argentina. I can understand it out of even fucking in Brazil, where every Friday's fucking casual Friday. I mean, how much fucking better do you have it than in Brazil? But in America, I mean, look at everything's defaced, everything's effaced. Um, if you're living in America and you're some kind of a communist, the reality of it is you're not really trying all that fucking hard. Neither to be an American nor to be a fucking communist. It's just, it's a fucking LARP. It's easy and comfortable for you to be a communist in America because nobody's going to do shit to you about it. That's why you're in America being a communist. That's the end. That's the long and the fucking short of it. You know, you could deny it all you want, but it's not going any fucking where. Fact of the matter is, we got to face up to our stupid fucking legacy that we've been handed. It's not our designer fucking legacy, but not everything gets bespoke just because we're fucking Americans. No, it's just the legacy of the fact of the matter that we got born into this shit. It doesn't matter whether you want to dismantle it for a better cause or use it as is for a better cause. You're not going to accomplish either one if you're not taking part in it, if you're not using it somehow. And using it somehow, by necessity, because it's America, requires understanding without having it proven to you all the time, without having it, people writing papers telling you how truthful it is that this or that is true. It just comes from understanding as a fucking soiled animal, as a soiled, bestial being, that you're only going to get out of America some fraction of what you put into it. That whether you're a communist or a socialist or a capitalist or anarcho-capitalist or retarded capitalist who only can speak in the heady and overwrought terms of high finance and all of its schemes and its schisms. It doesn't matter if you're still talking about the same America at the fucking end of the day. And that's that. I mean, you have to deal with it on its own terms. It's Baroque as fuck. You have to travel down lines and trace contours that by all means shouldn't be necessary if you're just trying to get, a project completed. But it's not a fucking project. It's an environment. If you can't deal with the environment you're in, all you can do is rebel and say, I wish it was a different environment, then you're not going to escape that environment. You're a fucking animal in a cage. All right? How are you going to get out of the cage? You're not going to do it by wishing it was a different cage and by telling all the other animals in the cage, Let's build a different cage outside of this one, or right here in the same spot. That'll get us out of it. Just look at it physically. Analyze it through simple inspection. The interlacing of two different cages. How did you get out of the first one? Well, the other one will help us dismantle it. No, idiot. You're still stuck. You're still going to be stuck. You're just going to have two layers of cage around you. That's why you always get to sit on your thumbs with them up, straight up, every different thing up and under your nether regions and say, yeah, this wasn't real this, and it wasn't real that. We haven't really tried yet. Well, motherfuckers, you've had plenty of time to try. So that's not the failing. What is it? It's that you can't just build yourself a second cage interlaced but slightly offset from the first and expect that you made it out of the first somehow. It's not going to happen. You're going to be stuck in Dracula's castle in the scullery for the $1,200 a day, 1,200 gold pieces. But I mean, they do use the dollar sign. They call it gold. All right. But if I go over here and talk to Jeeves, the ass bunch, and I ask to buy something. Oh, okay. No, they don't do that anymore. Could have sworn I played a version where it had gold, where it had a dollar sign that I always used to assume was. Well, anyways, now I'm just going off on a tirade that has nothing to do with anything. But look, you're not going to make communism win things from inside of America. Because America's not de facto communism. You could revolutionize, you could tear down everything that America is and end up in communism. And I mean, this has been attempted. This has been attempted in other countries. Nobody's going to say it hasn't been attempted in, Cuba, for example. Nobody's going to say that. Because it was. It was for sure attempted. It was for sure attempted. All right? But, problem being, if you're not even going to, after the, post factum, if you're not even going to avow to your and your colleagues and your movement that, yes, this was communism, or even that, yes, this was socialism, I mean, you're fucked. You're cutting yourself off at the tail, This is how it is. I mean, you could use capitalism. You could use the fractional. You could use the intersection between the fractional demand for the workers' labor and the fractional supply of the workers' value, and step by step by step, make your way to an intersection that has higher value for the workers' supply without increasing the demand on the worker. Yes, you could, and you could do that through positive externalities. And I'm just using simple microeconomics here. Through positive externalities that shift the curve like that, yes, you could do that. Yes, you could end up in a place where the worker's value is fundamentally important, all the fucking way up. All the way up. You could end up like that. So that the worker's prominence is not primary or fundamental. The worker's prominence is a crowning achievement. You would have to do that first, because this is capitalism. And that's how capitalism works. It doesn't value its fundamentals or its principles. It escapes its fundamentals and its principles on a regular basis. It values its crowning achievements. It values its highest premiums. Well, so then, yes, then you could feasibly transition into a world where, or an environment, moreover. Remember, we're leaving one environment, we're transitioning to another environment. You could end up in an environment where, yeah, the worker's value is fundamental to the value of all other things. And you could get there from capitalism. But you're not going to do it by pressuring people Peer pressure, moreover, which, I mean, there's a huge thing about peer pressure in American capitalist society. We don't like it. We've had numerous reasons to get rid of peer pressure. You know, we don't want people going around and messing up, you know, one family's child messing up a dozen different families' hopeful legacies for better times ahead. Peer pressure is done away with. You're a bully, or you're a piece of shit, you know, or you're trash or whatever. Yeah, peer pressure isn't going to work. Activism doesn't work. Nobody believes activists anymore because we've all dealt with your shit so much already. Nobody wants to fucking deal with activists anymore because you just all fucking just bullshit all the time. And nobody wants to be bullshitted. It doesn't matter if it's for a good cause. Isn't that right, Don Johnson? Look at him. He's like, yes, sir. Yes, my sir. Yes, my son. Yeah, so. I mean, yeah, gloomy times ahead. But, you know, capitalism will make it through. America will make it through unscathed, if that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying, probabilistically, this isn't a better or worse time for communism or capitalism or anything else. Socialism, boomers, or zoomers, or this or that or the other fucking thing. It's not any better for anybody right now than anybody else, or any this one ideology or the other one. It doesn't fucking matter. Alright? Nobody gives a fuck. Ultimately, you're going to have to deal with things in your own right. Like, you might end up dead in your home like a rotted corpse because you're too fucking paranoid and you won't work with people. And you got all this insular wealth. And what do you do with all that insular wealth? You hide out and you stay away from everybody because nobody's any good. Not for you. And then you die and you rot in your giant fucking castle. But then some other motherfucker who's like Bach or some shit, he's a simpleton, man. He plays piano or he fucking does plumbing, right? He's the Bach of fucking plumbing or whatever. Well, that motherfucker emerges from the quarantine and all the other shit completely fine. Completely fucking fine. Completely fine. What was the difference? You had all this money, that guy had nothing. You know, how did you end up all fucked up and this guy was all, you know, this guy can walk out, you know, later on and be like, ooh, yeah, you know, it hurt, but I'm okay now. It's because that fucking dude relied on things as they are. I mean, you could be revolutionary all you want. If you can't use things as they are to get what you're trying to do, then you're just an escapist. You're just a fucking a brain leech. You know, you're a parasite on the brain. That's what you are. So, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's what I got. I'm not really trying to play this game. I'm just gonna run to a save point. We got one a few rooms away. You know, the best thing, I think, the best way to play this game is when you got dual wielding chakrams. They're fucking awesome, man. I love the chakrams, and they glow green. Look at that. You want some neon colors in a game like this. Wow, I got moisture collected on my screen. So much moisture collected on my screen, I couldn't fucking. I couldn't interact with the controls. That's hilarious.